What up? What up? Welcome back to another week of Behind the Boot podcast, a Louisiana sports podcast. Where if you're looking for, updates on the Pelicans, the Saints, LSU football, LSU basketball, UL football, UL basketball, whatever it is, man, we got y'all. Um, what episode we on, Jared? Where we at now?
I believe it's 14 big dog.
That's a bet. Welcome back to episode 14. If y'all here with us another week, we definitely appreciate y'all. Um, lot of good stuff happened this past week in the Louisiana sports world. Um, in particular, I'm looking at the two quarterback battles in Louisiana right now. We got a nice one in New Orleans, even though I think it's safe to say that one is over. You know what I mean? And then we got another one in Baton Rouge. We thought we had a clear front runner, and they look like somebody on their heels. So we're gonna just take a little look into that and see what's good there. But how y'all doing, fellas? Y'all,
No, I'm all right, cat. Making it.
Can't complain, old Ryan Doon.
I hear you, man. So pretty much we gonna jump right into it. I wanna ask Jared first. When have I should I say what did you think about what we saw? Because I think the quarterback competition is over. Like the debate is dead. For anybody who thought Taysom was gonna have a shot, what you think though?
Guy, you know the old saying, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. Or, babe, she's singing because it's over. It is no way in hell that Taysom will be starting week one. Uh, I think we all saw this coming. Jameis is far the better quarterback,
I saw it
better
coming.
arm. Yeah, exactly. Better arm, better mind frame into the game, just better all around quarterback than Taysom is and will ever be. So famous Jameis, QB1, eating W's, baby.
Let's go, man. And see, I was one of those people I really thought not that Taysom would win the job, but that the competition would have been a little more interesting. Like I thought he was gonna put up a little resistance, at least show enough to make you think like, oh, can Taysom win the job? And that never happened. So I'm gonna ask Dan, what's the going into the preseason, right? What would you have said the probability of Taysom being a starter was? And you can't say 0%.
Hmm. You talking about like just me thinking overall, or like my confidence in him? Because I 100% knew he's gonna be the starter no matter what. Now, as far as Sean Payton, I gave it probably 75-25 Jameis. Just because of the fact I think he respected Taysom enough that he promised him he'll actually give him a legit shot to win the starting QB job. I think he did that without, pissing off James or stunting James' growth. I mean, James' growth as a quarterback. And I think he did both. I think he handled it pretty well. The right man won the job. I just want to get, people just tend to forget that James was a Heisman winner. Well, that doesn't mean that you automatically have success in the NFL. But people also didn't forget that Tom Brady also struggled in that same offense until they switched it up. Until Tom Brady took control of the offense and actually ran the offense that was better suited for the team to win. But
Yeah. But
Jameis,
but let me ask you this, because that would be the media question. Like if you ask Sean Payton in the media, he would give an answer like that. But in his real mind, like when Sean go back home and it's just the wife and the kids and he chilling in the room thinking about what his decision gonna be, how much in reality do you think Sean Payton would have gave him a shot to be the starter? Like did he have a real chance ever?
I think he had a real shot. I said I think it was 75-25. I think he legit was going to give Taysom a chance to win it. Now, I think, like I said, I really think James had to lose it for Taysom to win it. But Taysom had to come out and play out of his mind. Like, he'd have to come out with a James game. 9 for
Yeah.
10, 2 touchdowns, throwing the ball over the field, making the right reads, throwing the ball down the field. It's another thing with Taysom. I think Taysom is a good dual threat quarterback, but he doesn't possess the arm strength that Jameis has. Like, I think it would have been a little bit of the same because he can't throw the deep ball. Like his deep ball flutters on a regular basis and he throws ducks. I just think that it'll put the offense even further behind than what it was. So
See,
I
well,
think
I
he gave
think
him a good shot.
I think a lot of that is being that Taysom kind of live outside the pocket. He always in a pressured situation. You know what I mean? And the reason I like Jameis is because he mobile enough to move around, right? But for the most part, unless you kind of make him get out the pocket, he gonna stand in there and throw something. And I think Taysom missed that. You know what I mean? Like he's so caught up in his speed and like playmaking ability that he don't actually, you know what I mean? Which is why they don't treat him like a full quarterback in my
Yeah, and
eyes.
not
I
only
think
that, I just felt
it's the
like
opposite.
yeah, I also felt like in the preseason he hurt himself because you're a dual threat. Like, why are you not taking off? Like, this is your
Facts.
chance to show that you bring a different dynamic to the offense. Like, he was
Yeah.
legit just trying to pass through the pocket, and that's not his game. Like, they don't ask Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson to sit back there and just throw in the pocket all game.
Yeah.
It's just stupid.
See,
So he
but
hurt himself.
I think a lot of that is though is him trying to if in his mind if he like I only got 3, 4 series to show my stuff. When I show something to Sean Payton, I want to show him that I can make plays as a quarterback. He know I can take off. He know that. You know what I mean? But what he really looking for is that I can make the throws that because you can't just scramble every play. You know what I mean? So I think he was trying to show to Sean Payton I can make the throws. I don't need a only run. So I think that's why we saw him hesitating a lot because he looked for, a nice completion or a deep touchdown pass. Like he wanted
It
to
was
do
the
that.
same old shit, man. Hold on to the ball too long, taking sacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same old shit.
He's
I
just not as confident.
I just think that shows that his head is not into the game, but it is instead of trying to impress Sean as a quarterback, like your game, like Dan said, is take off and run. Like when Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray or one of those fast guys, if 1, 2, 3 read is not there, boom, they're taking off. Like he needs to do the same, but instead of 3 reads, he has 2 reads because that offense was simple as hell. The play calling was simple that they gave to Taysom. So he should have just, okay, 1, 2 reads not there, take off. Because he's fast. He ran a 4.4. Like,
Yeah.
dude, just take off. The play's not there, take off.
See,
Or just
but
throw the
Nothing,
ball away.
it's
nothing wrong
really
with a
I
5 yard game, bro.
yeah, I really do think that what it is though is he wanted to show something in the air.
I mean, yeah, but shit. If it's not there, though,
Yeah,
it's
he
not
can't do
Yeah.
there.
nothing.
He was
Just to take
just
a sack?
he
Like, I don't
he
understand.
his
Man.
mind wasn't in it though. Like I think cuz he knew that he could run for 3 touchdowns, 250 yards, and Sean Payton still wouldn't take him any more serious in the quarterback race. Cause he like, yo, I know you can run. I know you can make plays. You know what I'm saying? So I think he specifically tried to force passes because he wanted to show that he could make certain throws. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, it just didn't work out for him. Which lead me to my other thing. I just want to add in real quick before we move on. Uh, Marquez Callaway. What y'all think, man? Because that guy really exceeded what I thought he was
I
gonna do.
told you, Ryan. I told you. He a bum though. I
See,
told
then now I'm with you on the
What?
Jameis thing.
The
I'm with you
bum.
on the Jameis thing because like we knew that was coming. But I didn't expect Marquez Callaway. Like I was genuinely impressed.
I
And it's been a
Facts.
told you,
while
bro.
since I've been impressed
You,
at just,
you,
you know,
you always saying, "Oh, they ain't got nobody to throw to. Or they some bums." Or some. Marquez is good, bro. I fucks with Marquez. He reminds me of a little bit. I don't know, man. It's like he got that it factor, man. I know you remember like that guy that used to play for Buffalo, like Stevie Johnson. He
yeah.
had like 2 or 3 Pro Bowl seasons, and then like he just kind of fell off a little bit. But that's who
Yeah.
he reminds me of. But crafty, he run good routes, and he got like that sudden quickness that he
But
can
I'm
just blow
saying,
past you.
did you honestly expect coming into the season that we could be looking at a legitimate number 2 receiver?
He did not. He did not run. I'm gonna just
Cause
answer the question for him.
yeah, I'm gonna call cap because I don't think nobody like
I thought he would have been the number 3. I thought he showed enough last year. He could have been number 3. I thought Traquan was going to step into that role and be number 2, and we were all terribly wrong.
That's a
He's a
fact.
fucking bum, and he can't fucking stay healthy.
This
So
guy's pathetic.
it gave all the rest to Marquez, bro. So I mean, I shot him out for that. He took advantage of the opportunity.
honestly, bro, if he can bring that type of game into the regular season, like you know how you look at certain wide receiver duos across the league, and you like, all right, we gonna have to respect them. Like I think about like Odell and Jarvis Landry. Like that's 2 receivers that's high level. You know what I'm saying? When we get Michael Thomas back, we could be looking at 2 receivers that are both high levels. What a secondary know before the kickoff even happened, it's gonna be a long day. You know what I mean? When you got a quarterback that got the arm to get the ball to him when they open, you know what I mean? Because that's pretty much all the offense was missing.
I know I'm worried about one thing. I'm worried about the damn tight end position, bro. We ain't got a goddamn tight end.
Yeah.
They're all dropping like
I
flies.
wonder what happened
That is a
with
fact, Dan.
Troutman. Did we hear an update on Adam Troutman?
Not that I heard of. They said
Yeah,
it was the MRI, but it didn't come out with nothing. I know the other one, Van Eck, got an MRI, but
they said
can't.
his MRI came out negative. Troutman.
Trauma. Okay, so probably spring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit.
But
Yeah,
But
I
still,
just
it's
saw
still
something
three,
that
four
said he
weeks, bro.
escaped a major injury, and I know he might not be 100%, but I feel like the same way with Callaway, Sean Payton was big on him for some reason. You know what I mean? I don't know what they see in like their private workouts or private practices, but like he knew he was dealing with better players than people thought. You know what I mean?
hmm And I
Like I
like
think
Juwan Johnson, but I think Juwan Johnson could like really hold the fort down. I just don't. They probably need to get like another tight end, maybe to block a little bit, or he could have to
yeah,
try to
definitely.
block. But I think Juwan could definitely like be a good ass receiver. Him and Jameis got some fucking rapport. Like I like the little connection they got. Like they would find each other.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And
He
you could tell they rock with each other in real life.
exactly, yeah, they
Like
focus on it.
yeah, he's
so
definitely gonna be the receiving tight end. But like Dan said, they're gonna need a blocking tight end because if
I
y'all
think it's
saw
gonna be
any
a
of that
lot of
game,
heavy sets though. I think it'll be a lot of heavy sets. They probably, like Sean like to run those 6 offensive linemen. I don't want to put that like he used to do with what's his name? He used to do with Streve, and he used to do that with other little boy. I forgot his name. He went to the Texans. Anyways, but he likes to run those heavy
Clemente.
set. Yeah, Clemente. He'll
Yeah.
put him at tight end and do a
Yeah.
little shift and everything. And he had like Jimmy Graham and then like a little flex tight end role like he could use with Juwan Johnson, like a little tweener. And he could just use them to block. And he, because we don't really use the fullback like that. I mean, not talking about every now and then we do, but I think he could do real good. I mean, I think it's gonna be a lot of heavy sets with Kamara and everything. I'm glad Troutman escaped the injury though. That's some real big, plus that he wasn't out for the season because
All I
I
know
was definitely thinking the works, bro.
all I know is
yeah.
that Jawan Johnson got his shit blown back when he tried to block in a run game. That guy cannot run block to save his life. So
Well, he
he,
light, bro. Is all it is. He got to
I,
gain the weight. He not. I mean, it's his first year at tight end, so he got to gain the. I think it ain't really about the weight though. It's about how he moving his weight. He never really blocked those fucking defensive ends and shit. I mean, that's a different type of strength, bro. People understand, bro. Them boys there.
The
That's
only thing though, Dan, is for somebody to improve in an area like that, you gotta really want it. Like he would
gonna
have
take
to
time.
really
It'll
put
take
a
a little time.
focus to that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm just nervous that he gonna look at it like, all right, I know I'm in here to receive the ball. I ain't one of them blocking tight ends. Cause there's a role for them type of players too.
It
You know
is,
what I mean?
but I just think that it's the same thing as far as like, have you been noticing lately? Like a lot of those big QBs that come out of college, they all switching to tight end. Like Logan Thomas, Tyree Jackson from Philadelphia. All those guys, they're big physical guys. So they're making the transition. They got the weight and the size. It's like Juwan Johnson is 6'5", 240. He just got to know how to throw his weight around a little bit. Because I'm sorry, if Taysom Hill can block a damn defensive end, Juwan Johnson can. I mean, I know Taysom is an athlete, but I think Juwan could block it if he if he wants to block it, but he'll have to stay on the field. So it's a work in progress. We'll see throughout the season, hopefully.
Indeed.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we definitely keep an eye on the situation. I think it's as far as like the quarterback stuff, I think that's pretty much settled, man. Like I
So
think Jameis was that?
one quick thing though, y'all think Taysom will be doing that bitching when he go back to like tight end and H back? You think he gonna be feeling played, or that's gonna linger during the
Probably.
season that he lost, or is he gonna be the same? He could be able to go back to what he was doing before. Because I really think that his whole demeanor changed. I think he just defeated.
Yeah, but I think he gonna be motivated to play his contract out though, because they got that little clause in his guaranteed money. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So it's like he could be unhappy and try to move somewhere else, and but it come at a price.
But
And I don't
God, I
know if
mean,
his leverage in the market is that. I don't know if teams is rushing to sign Taysom Hill.
nah,
You know what I mean?
not no
Not
quarterback.
a 32-year-old backup quarterback or 31-year-old.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
His best bet would be to just stay with the Saints in that Sean Payton offense
He
and
could
play
call it
his
a career, bro.
and just you be a backup quarterback and you be a jack of all trades role.
There's,
Tight end,
there's
running
no
back,
way he stayed
tight
in the
end.
contract he had, though. They could definitely do a restructure. Ain't no
Yeah.
fucking way he staying no fucking $100 million. I'd be goddamn. If he make a damn $100 million, that's some bullshit.
Yeah. But I think then when because it's just weird right now because no other team has really used a quarterback like that. But I think Sean Payton gonna change the game in a sense to where players with Taysom Hill's skill set, you'll start to see that more often. And then his value might be 100 million. Like think about if he's still making because granted, it wasn't necessarily all at the quarterback position, but there was
Mm.
times when he made plays that was like game changing plays, and he did that consistently. You know what I mean? Even when it was only 4, 5 plays throughout the game. You know what I
True.
mean? But he made some game changing situations. So I think if you can show that you can do that consistently over the course of a whole season, and it's literally difference between winning and losing games, you still got a good case for getting money, even though it's not at the
I think he could.
quarterback
I
role.
think he could do that though. I really think he could call him. Well, he already carved out that role, but I just don't think. I think $10 million a year is a little bit of a stretch. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that he. Well, I'm not gonna lie. $10 million is not that much, but like he signed like a
Yeah,
$100 million contract, like extension. So like a 4 year $100 million. So you do the math. It's like $25 million. Like no, not for
yeah,
not for Taysom. I'm comfortable at 10 million. Like if he want to sign a little extension, little 3 year, 40 million, I'm cool with that. I could respect him coming back for that, and because that's life changing money. Like he went from undrafted to not even probably ever gonna see the field to everybody know Taysom Hill. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So he got a little
yeah. I'm
brand.
yeah. I'm curious to see how that work out though, because I really do think at the end of it they gonna have some completely separate name for what Taysom Hill do, and then you'll see teams around the league trying to copy it. Like I really think it's going is has been working that well, and now that Drew out the way, it might get scary, man.
But that's what they call it though. I heard what they call it. A lot of people call it Jack. That's his position. Like he played a Jack position, like Jack of all trades. Like they call it Jack. Like
Yeah,
he played tight end, running back, H back, receiver, quarterback. That
yeah,
Jack Rabbit rule. So
yeah. See,
that's
and
kind of cool.
I think just that in itself, you when you start seeing it around the league, he gonna be able to demand more money. Like that position is gonna be worth a lot because there's not a lot of people that can do that. You know what I mean? But we'll keep an eye on that, man. I do want to talk about the LSU situation. Uh, obviously we got a clear front runner in Max Johnson, but look like Garrett Nussmeier been making a little bit of noise, man. Y'all been paying attention to the situation?
Oh yeah, Ryan. Old Garrett, he a freshman, but oh, let me not say this. So it's Max's job because of last year. But let's just say hypothetically, they were both freshmen. I don't see how Ed wouldn't go with Garrett Nussmeier. The only
Yeah,
thing that's saving Max is last year, in my opinion, because what everybody's saying about him from the last two scrimmages, he outplayed Max Johnson. He was way more like exciting than Max Johnson, and they calling him Baby Baker, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about the Baker of the first 2 years in Cleveland. We're talking about Oklahoma Baker, the way he played in college. Heisman
yeah,
Trophy winning Baker.
yeah.
And
And I think he won that's like his NFL career kind of overshadowed how great he was in college because that dude was like there's only a handful of them. So if LSU working with something that's comparable to that, the future looking good. Because like I'm reading here is from Death Valley Voice, but they were saying that Johnson knows the job is his. There's no quarterback controversy in Baton Rouge, but he also knows that if he were to not perform, Nussmeier will be right there to take the job. So it's like
definitely,
some healthy pressure for both of them. Cause like nobody really expected Nussmeier to be the starter, but if shit was to go south, they saying they could just pass the reins to him and not be scared. Like he that nice. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So I definitely want to keep an eye on that. I hope they when they play like they play any kind of like scrimmages or something before the season start. It gotta be
Uh,
soon, huh?
they played two of them.
They got one more before the season, and then that'll be it. It's just gonna be game prep because they start in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But my take on it is, man, I just think that eh, Garrett is just a different type of quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's more of that gunslinger, that Baker Mayfield. So he's making these throws that Max tended to, like that Max won't do. Like he's a more exciting player. But if you think about it, you know what I'm saying, like how many times Alabama won or when LSU won back in the day. Like our defense, I think is going to be dynamic this year. Our secondary is going to be dynamic. Our D line is fucking ferocious. Like it's probably going to be like the depth on the D line is going to go 8 deep. Like we're going to be able to roll out 2 defensive ends, 4 defensive tackles. Like it's going to be all over the place. The only weakness I do see in the defense probably would be the linebackers, and from what I'm hearing, they still coming along strong. But that defense is going to be good. So we don't need a gunslinger. We need somebody that's going to manage the offense, get it to the playmakers, and run the offense. You know what I'm saying? And Garrett is making all those splash plays in practice, and that's cool and all. But whenever you play against Alabama, you don't want nobody to be taking no extra chances because them extra chances can turn into a pick six or a strip sack
Yeah,
for a touchdown. You know what I'm
but
saying?
let me ask you this, Dan. Let's say we don't like how Max Johnson looking 2 3 games in the season. And if we was presented with no other choice, how would you feel about having to pass the reins to him?
They would have to start off 0-4 before Garrett Nussmeier get in the game,
Man,
and
but
he has been
in
playing
college football,
trash.
starting off 0-4 is that's too late. By then, you done killed
Yeah,
all
yeah, but
national
even
championship
but
hope.
even I don't even
Facts.
think they have national championship expectations this year. I mean,
Well, yeah,
I really don't
obviously,
care about it. So I think if they lose 1 or 2 games, that's not going to be a sticking point. I do think they beat UCLA and they beat McNeese. And even if they barely scrape by UCLA and beat the hell out of McNeese, and Garrett comes and mop up dude and play good, I still think it's Max's job. Um, it's practice, man. Like I mean, I hate to say it, but it really don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like Max, what he did last year, beating Florida in the swamp. Like I don't need to see nothing else from Max. I know he a baller.
see,
I
and
know for a fact.
I'm saying I hear what you're saying, but I think there's always things that you possibly didn't plan for not
Yeah,
working
now if
out.
he get injured, I mean, I think that Garrett might come in there and do a decent job. I think Garrett is more prepared than TJ Finley was whenever they had to go to TJ Finley last year. I think it won't
Yeah.
be like a total disaster. Just because I think there's a different different coordinator, and then calling the plays, and somebody's going to cater to the quarterback you have in the game. I did think TJ was set up for failure last year. We're not going to get on that, but hearsay or she say. But I just think that, yeah, I think if they do get in, I think depending on the opponent, maybe he could win a couple of games. I mean, I just don't
Yeah.
think right now he'll be the, you know, I don't think it's that close. I just think he's
Yeah.
making those splash plays, and it's good, man. Like you want him to be, doing good in practice and progress as a young quarterback. But we're gonna have that same problem next year. I'm telling y'all, because it's gonna be the same shit with Walker out, and then they get Arch Manning, it's gonna be the same shit. Oh man, he's amazing. Like so, they both 5 stars. Garrett 5 star and Walker Howard is 5 star, and then what I'm hearing, Ogeron is pushing hard for Arch Manning. So if he end up in an Arch Manning, it's going to be a crowded room. So a bunch of young quarterbacks with a year apart is going to be some competition. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
But I think that's healthy for the program. You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
of
I
course.
feel like you would want that because
Competition,
then
pushing.
that's what that's doing for other quarterbacks around the nation that's coming out of high school, these 5 star prospects. They want to play for a team that know how to make good quarterbacks look good. You know what I mean? And so I feel like it'll definitely be like it's starting something because we've been known for not the best quarterbacks over
That's a
recent years,
fact.
man. You know what I mean? So it's like
Or
that's a
Joseph.
good, yeah, that's a good little step forward because it's like that show other quarterbacks, yo, LSU still a good place to go if you wanna, if you got some Heisman dreams, if you wanna be in contention for national championship, because that been our pitch for the past decade or so. But it's just like over the past couple seasons, for whatever reason, you know what I mean? Like LSU had some great quarterbacks in the past, like some really good ones. You know what I'm saying? That could actually throw the ball, not scrambling and all this other crap. Like they could actually throw the ball. You know what I mean? So I like the fact that it's a nice little healthy competition down there, man. But y'all
So
had anything y'all wanted to add to that?
yes, Ron, I do. So one thing. So I know Max is gonna win the job, or it's his job. But all I'm saying is this, right? I know Dan says practice, but practice got to mean for something. I mean, they both thrown to the same wide receivers. If not, Max is thrown to the better of wide receivers because he's playing with the wands. Garrett
Yeah, he's going
Nussmeier.
against the ones though, bro. It's a big difference going against the
All right,
ones.
come on, guys. But I mean, still, Garrett's still playing with a whole bunch of freshmen because all those, let's face it, all those wide receivers that he's thrown to is all true freshmen, which they are balling, might I add. But still, I mean, the notice, I don't know, the difference in stats from both of those scrimmages, not just one, but both of them was totally different. Like Nussmeier totally outplayed Max Johnson. I don't have the stats in front of me right now, but I know for a fact that Nussmeier threw like 3 touchdowns in probably each of those scrimmages compared to maybe one of Max. You know what I'm saying?
That's some
Just
that's some good points there.
I'm just saying, like you got your true freshman quarterback throwing for 200 plus yards in scrimmages, 3 touchdowns.
But
Ah,
what I'm saying though, Jared,
I know
and
Dan.
Nussmeyer's is going against the second team defense most of the time. Max Johnson is going against
I'm
first team
saying.
defense. It's totally
Hey,
different.
I'm not taking nothing from Max, but I'm just saying Nussmeier
That's that's
is
some good
there.
points.
Nussmeier is there, bro. I'm just saying. Just saying.
So,
I
so question though, so question: who you think is going to be, the other receiver besides Kayshawn?
Besides Keyshawn, oh
Who's
God,
going to be number two?
I don't
Because
know because
Ed basically said he don't know shit. He don't know who it is. He like all the freshmen.
yeah,
So he basically said Carl Moore some trash, Trey Palmer some trash, John Terry Kirk some trash, and you know what I'm saying? Like I just
I
what
mean
he say? Well, he
that's
like the
uncommon.
Devon sleeper. Devontae
Devontae
he
B.
moved back to receiver this year.
Yeah, I saw that.
So Devontae was
Made a couple plays and
five star five star come out of meet a couple of years ago, and they didn't know what to do with him because they
yeah.
was crowded at receiver. So now he's back at his natural position, so maybe he could take the reins, hopefully. But I don't know, man. I kind of like Brian Thomas. I think Brian Thomas will win the job on the other side of Keyshawn because they want that size. And then I think it's going to be Chris Hilton on the inside. Maybe a little mix of Chris Hilton, a little shiftiness, and maybe a little Carl Moore here and there.
Yeah.
But I think they want the size on the opposite of Keyshawn because Keyshawn got the speed. But I think they want that go up and get a receiver they can have to throw it up, and go get the ball when they can get it.
I can agree with that because that's all he's been talking about. Really, it's Brian Thomas and Chris Hilton going up.
He likes some Brian Thomas.
Yeah, so I can see that. I can definitely see that happening.
So, he liked Jack Best too, but they want Jack Best to play tight end. He kind of in two in a row right now. So from STM, shot to STM.
Yeah, I think he needs another year or two to develop.
Yeah, he's going. Yeah, they say he needs to get. They want to put about on 20 to 25 pounds. He's at 215 right now. So if he gets to about 235, 240, I think he'll be what he need to be the tight end because they like his physicalness.
Yeah,
a physical receiver. That's cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. We definitely keep an eye on it. If y'all don't have nothing to add, I think we could wrap it up for this week.
I'm all good, Orion.
That's it, man. All right. Do everything.
All right, that's a bet, man. So look, there's gonna be our socials in the description. Y'all go follow us on Twitter. We're gonna be dropping some clips and everything on there. So we'll keep y'all up to speed throughout the week. Let us know in the YouTube comments what y'all thought about the episode. If y'all liked the takes, if y'all didn't, let us know that. And we'll see y'all next week, man. Appreciate y'all.
Jab hole, man. Number 2.